So I have with me Mr. Kunwer Sachdev, the man who revolutionized the inverter industry. Kunwer, thank you so much for talking to us. I think first question first, what essentially led you to start an inverter manufacturing company?
Actually, I was not in an inverter manufacturing business. I started my career with, cable TV business. So I was, initially I started with the installations of MATV, CATV. Then I switched over to, manufacturing. And then later on in my, very late, I think in 98, I started with the inverter. So it took a lot of time for me to understand lot many things in life because I didn't understand marketing, I didn't understand branding, I didn't understand manufacturing, I didn't understand organization. So it's a real long story that I kept on learning and improving. I had milestones I did my, I established my manufacturing in 92, and then later on I did. I had milestones of, in my turnover also. So 1 crore was a big challenge for me. It took a lot of time for me to reach to 1 crore. Then my next challenge was 10 crores. So reaching to 10 crores also took a lot of time. From 10 crore to 50, 50 to 100, and 500 crores I took around 5 years. From 100 crores to, that was probably 6 years. That was the longest time. And 500 to 1,000 crores, probably not even 2 years.
Absolutely.
So it's all the milestones.
Absolutely. You also raised private equity money. How was your relationship with the private equity investors sort of coming along? And what, of course, did they see in you, you think? What were your revenues then when you roped in private equity investors?
When I looked at private equity, my revenues were 180 crores.
Okay. And you raised money from Temasek and Reliance?
Yeah, I raised the money from Reliance and Temasek that time.
So were you disappointed or happy with the experience of private equity investors? How was it?
We are looking for a person who can, who add value to the organization. They come, they interfere, they tell you, yaar, ye cheez theek nahi hai, ye cheez kharab hai. Rather, I want more interference from them.
What are your revenue projections now for next financial year?
This year we will be touching around 1100 crores. And next year probably, let me finish this year, then we'll start talking next year.
Absolutely. And in terms of how is this entire China thing playing out for you?
So this is the one important part that I would like to tell the whole audience, that there is no China in our industry. If you go to India, you will not find any China-made inverters. And even if you go outside India, you will not find any China-made inverter. We are in whole of Africa, we are in Middle East, we are in Southeast Asia, and we are in Mexico, Brazil, and all these countries also. We don't find any competition from China. Rather, it's all India, India, India.
So, Kunwer, how does your revenue split looks like? How much was domestic, how much was export-led revenues for you?
So we have around 13% exports right now.
Okay.
And export is growing.
Export is growing. Will that pie grow from now going forward for your business, you think?
Export is, because a lot of countries have problems, similar problems, what India is facing. And so we get competition from generators. People don't know what is inverter. So our challenge there is to compete against generators. So it's very tough at times to convert them from generator to inverter.
And what expansion plans of your company sort of going forward? How does your drawing board plan look like for next 5 years, building out Su-Kam?
So we will be, we are acquiring one company. We are in the process of acquiring one company, and then we feel that, now acquisition is the, best way of doing things, because once your management is ready, once you know that your management is good, then you can easily go and, run other companies.
And what kind of companies would these be?
So we are into solar space, so we are trying to acquire one solar panel company. And then we are looking at acquiring battery companies, because battery is one business which is growing at a very fast pace.
Interesting. How important is research and development for a company like yours, you think? And how are you sort of building that division of yours?
So actually my inverter business was all started on research only. So we did a lot of research on, inverter, and we kept on developing technologies. Initially it was all, tukka base. And later on, we were actually started doing serious research, and we kept on improving the products. We kept on making new products, and today I think I am here because of my R&D.
Interesting. You said a very interesting point about expectations and managing your expectations of the investors and your expectations, what you think that you'd ideally like to have from private equity investors. Now, if you were to raise private capital going forward in next 2 to 3 years, what would you look for in your investor?
See, definitely one is the reputation.
Reputation of the investor.
Yeah, reputation of the investor, because it's not that anybody can come and invest, because we have created a brand, we have created a reputation. So I would not like to go just for anybody who says, and okay, I come on board, and I say, okay, you come. And second will be definitely with their past, what kind of experiences people had with them. Because last time I didn't inquire about them, whether they have really, put any. So I would definitely inquire more about their past, how they have been dealing with the companies, and what did they do for those companies.
Interesting. I think that will be a very useful tip for a lot of entrepreneurs out here. And what are the plans of perhaps taking Su-Kam to a more global level as a global enterprise? So, and what are the kind of specific steps that you're taking to achieve that ambition?
See, right now, whatever we manufacture, even in the R&D, we just see that whatever product we are making, it has to be global. We don't make anything which is 220 volts. Whatever we do, we always think it's 110, 60 hertz, 50 hertz. So we are following all the global standards. And definitely, we are not in Europe right now. We are not in US. Now, next level is that how do we go there and start our business there. So a lot of things, even the the trainings of our people and all, we see to it that it is of some international style भी क्या है, management का style अपना है, how you want to what kind of culture you want to create. So I think हमारा culture ज़्यादा अच्छा है कि हम किसी foreigner के हिसाब से चलें.